Hello and welcome to another season of Fairy Tale Football.
Woo!
We're back in studio. It's me, Eamon O'Leary, and Chris Stadobran.
G'day everyone, how you going?
So we're starting again. It's game week 1 and we're on the air for the Man United-Tottenham match at the beginning of the 2015-2016 fantasy football season. How are you doing, Chris?
I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited.
Excellent. So people who are already listening obviously know about our website, which is fairytalefootball.net, but you can also follow us on Twitter. What's our Twitter handle, Chris?
At Fairy Tale League.
At Fairy Tale League. We do have an email address,
We have over 107 followers now.
We do. We have over 107 followers. We have 108 followers. And not only that, and this is the really exciting news, we have 87 members of the fairytalefootball.net mini league. So that's brilliant news. And I think we have our third panelist just arriving in the studio. Hey! It's Damien Foley! Hooray!
Why is there not a dual carriageway directly from my house to where I want to go?
There should always be that, yes. I think when we finish building the flying car, that will be the equivalent, I think.
No, I'm a road user.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll always reject the flying car.
You should get yourself a bulldozer and just drive through buildings. So it's 0-0. Harry Kane has had a shot that just went over the bar. That's been the most exciting thing.
7 minutes gone and it's still 0-0.
0-0, yeah.
Best league in the world, my arse.
We are broadcasting from the sound booth at Manchester United, of course.
Yes. So we were on the air and we just went on the last couple of minutes. So the teams are all up. We can just about get them. It's a little bit slow at the moment. We have 87 teams in the Fairy Tale League. It's really good.
Thanks everyone.
Thank you for joining. There's about 21. Boom. Damien has the biggest laptop of them all. And he knows how to use it.
And it's directly proportional to the size of
His
laptop case.
So how are you doing, Damien? How was your summer? Your off season?
It's been less stressful than most of the Premier League live season.
Okay.
The last week has been stressful again.
What?
Trying to pick my team, and I've become the Tinker Man. And I tinker and tinker and tinker and end up with the same team I started with.
Do you just give it a little tap and a little tap? And it ends up with
a crumpled wreck.
Yeah. So who did you go with in the end, Damien?
I put all my money into my midfield and my forward line.
Okay.
Which I think is quite strong.
Let's see now.
My forward line is Rooney, who's my captain today.
Uh-huh.
And I've got Benteke.
Uh-huh.
And I've got... I can't remember, I changed it very late last night, and I had Pele.
Uh-huh.
Now I don't, I believe.
Ooh, interesting.
Now I believe I have another.
Yes.
Another?
Yeah.
I don't know that guy. Which team does he play for?
It'll take a little while. There's 2.8 million teams in the league. It's definitely a little bit slow uploading at the moment because there's obviously so many people logging on.
So, lads, I was really excited about the later start to the later deadline. But actually, I think this isn't working in our favour at the moment because it means everything updates half an hour later.
Yes. So it's last minute that it'll update. Obviously, for 12:45 kickoffs, it doesn't really make any difference because it was always like what 11, half 11. But yeah, let's see now. So this is Damien Foley's team. Where did you come last year, Damien? Is this you?
No, I forget last year.
Last year's in the past.
Yeah,
the past is for losers.
Get with the now.
Real Madrid Cinco.
Yeah,
yes.
I couldn't remember if it was the 4th or 5th year I was.
I'm pretty sure it's the 5th.
But I decided to do the.
You got 4 points, Damien. You got 4 points.
Yes.
2 for your captain Rooney. What Schneiderlin?
Come on, Kane.
Oh, yeah. And
star player, dream team player, Schneiderlin at the moment.
Yeah. I'm not sure on what basis he's the dream team.
I don't know how many people did this, but I brought in Harry Kane. I thought, look, he's going to be my holding place for Aguero when Aguero is coming good. And I actually think he's causing a lot of trouble there already.
I thought about Harry Kane, but then I thought they had a delayed flight back from Europe and there was no away game.
And those delayed flights can kill you, can't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gone for the dubious option of a number of Southampton players. I'm not sure if that was a good idea. I may live to regret it, but that's what I've done at the moment. Oh, yeah.
Say
out your internet password over the internet there, Chris. Just whisper really quietly.
Which one we got?
I love you, Damien, is the password. I've got a total of 1 point at the moment.
Ah, loser.
Yeah. I was going to go for De Gea in goals, but I decided since he's going to Madrid, I won't pick him.
How good would it be? You have the Real Madrid goalkeeper
I
to go.
know, yeah. It seemed like a good idea, but I decided against it. I assume everyone else apart from crazy Damien Foley has gone for Hazard as captain.
Oh, no, it's not so crazy. Like no,
it's not crazy.
No other
he's my
Premier
vice
League player
captain.
has scored more goals in the opening day of the season than Wayne Rooney.
History.
We don't have the statistics on this yet, but I'm pretty sure half the world captain Hazard today.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if this is interesting to you, but up until about 11 o'clock last night, I had Theo Walcott in my team and my captain.
I had Theo Walcott in my team last night, and I still have him in my team now. You got rid of him?
Yeah.
You went for Ramsey in the end, I see.
No, I didn't.
You did. Oh no, you didn't. Sorry, you went Sterling.
Sterling, yeah. I freaked out because
I don't like Sterling. I hope he's a big loser at Man City because I don't like him.
yeah, but see, that's a head and heart issue there.
Yeah. You went for Jagielka.
Yeah,
They've got terrible fixtures.
Everton have horrible fixtures. I really shouldn't have gone for him because his price would probably drop. But my view on that was just to stick him on the bench.
I don't think his price is going to drop, to be honest. He's a solid player, but I suppose you could have a lot of people who've gone Lukaku, Jagielka and planning on getting rid of them after the first game.
Yeah.
I decided I wouldn't go down that road. So I have gone for Hazard as captain. Unfortunately, the internet's going like a sheep, like a loser, like a sheep who will be wearing a big crown with all the other sheep, while Damien Foley's skinning himself at the moment with his Rooney choice.
Well, hold on now. Rooney has scored 2 points so far. How many has Hazard got?
He doesn't have any.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
0
case closed. Has Alan Gibson given any indication of what crazy Hull equivalent he's gone for this year to start? Last year he started with 3 Hull defenders and he took in, I think, 36 points between them in the first game week, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, his 1 week at the top it burnt out quickly. He ended up sliding down the league pretty rapidly.
So look, we obviously have to give a shout out to our 85 other members.
84,
83
if you don't count Fairy Tale Football. We have a Fairy Tale Football team in there as well this year, which I'm currently managing. So that's gone attack heavy.
All right.
So
okay.
before we get distracted, lads,
this is for you to live out.
Welcome to the league, everyone.
Yeah, welcome. Hey, it's great.
I presume we've got at least 84 listeners at the moment.
One would
Plus,
assume.
they've rounded up all their families
Their
and
friends. Yeah.
Well, of course. But the other thing is we've got a few prizes on offer. So to the person who's coming 87th in our league at the end of Game Week 1, they're going to win a membership to fplassist.co.uk.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And that gets them access to all the data there. That's it's quite amazing, really, what you can put together.
And you're going to need it if you're bottom of our league after the first week.
We have to give a shout out to Joe there from FPL Assist for supplying that membership.
Thanks very much, Joe, for the sponsorship. We really appreciate it.
He's joined our league. At my last check, he's actually the tip of our iceberg. I think he came in the top 1,000 there at one point or something like that.
Really?
Is this our first legitimate sponsor?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, me and Chris are also sponsoring a prize, which is a €20 Amazon gift voucher after whoever's top of the league after game week 4 is going to win that prize. And, you know, it's not unusual for people who are running competitions to also win them. So I think, to be fair, if myself, Chris, or the Fairy Tale Football team were to win it, we might be willing to
get stuff. If I win that, I'm getting your, I'm taking your €10
Don't be too hasty
and
here. You're making decisions on mass here.
on the radio, on air.
No, look, I have to disagree with you there, Eamon. If I'm winning, I'm taking your €10 contribution and I'm laughing to the bank.
Okay, that's actually fairly legitimate. If I'll say this on the air right now, if either myself or the Fairy Tale Football team wins, I'll put forward the prize money again for a new prize. So you can't say fairer than that.
Moral high ground.
If I win it twice, then I'm keeping it. You can't say fairer than that.
Yeah.
There's another prize on offer.
Damien Foley on the town.
If you can get to Chris's house in the next half hour, we've got a cupcake for you. His address is coming up. I'll give you his mobile number and the security code for the front door.
Here's his email address. Here's his bank account number. Just stay tuned for all of those.
I've just changed every single one of them, and I would love that cupcake.
Did you bring us cupcakes, Damien?
I did.
Hooray!
You're a champion.
This is just the best podcast ever.
I heard there was waffles here.
Here, look, I just went and checked. Joe finished 507th.
Last year?
The year before, 2013-14. So we have some pedigree in the league now.
Not only that, we have a guy who finished in the top, 0.5%. Our winner of our fantasy football, of our fairy tale football league last
year. Yeah,
Chris Smith. He's, I'd say, the top performer last year who's in the league.
He did fall out of the top 1,000.
I think he was 1,500 in the end, maybe top 2,000, something like that.
Welcome back, Chris. Thanks for sticking and defending your title.
And not only that, and this is a fairy tale football exclusive. We have this is our first exclusive.
Exclusive.
Yeah, we have a pre-recorded interview with Chris Smith, the top 1,500 finisher from last year.
Harry Kane.
Go on, Harry Kane. Fall over, you big idiot.
How did you manage to tie that down?
I sent him an email yesterday asking would he be willing to do a pre-recorded interview, and he said yes.
Oh, I like your style.
Yeah. I didn't just doorstop him, call him and say, "Hey Chris, how you doing?" and just have the recording going on secretly. No, he was well aware that it was being recorded. So we're going to hear about 5 minutes of that interview during the show at some point, and there's going to be an extended interview, about 20 minutes of Chris Smith refusing to answer questions about his team. That's going to be up on our website.
That's fair enough, because he did talk to you. We've decided that you're one of the key competitors to Chris Smith's.
Me? Yeah, I certainly hope to be. I came second in the fairy tale football
I thought
league.
you were looking at me and saying that.
Well, we're not expecting much from you, David, to be honest.
We've obviously got some people coming to us on the internet there that have joined our league now that
how are you seeing the teams?
Could potentially be much stronger competition than all of us, but we'll find out how the dust settles in a week or two, I think.
Yeah, it's going to take a few weeks before things settle down. The first week is always fairly random. You take some punts, they don't work out. A few bandwagons start to roll and you jump on them. I'm hoping the Sterling bandwagon rolls off cliff this week because I don't have him. I'm hoping. The very last podcast of last season, I said that I was going to pick Walcott because I'm expecting a hat trick, injury long season long injury, return for the last game week, hat trick, and then repeat. That's his usual strategy.
But actually, I actually had the same thought. I thought he was going to come out of the blocks.
Yeah,
he's going to blast the first couple of weeks and then either get
season long injury,
kill himself or run away. But then I didn't stand by my beliefs.
No.
And I bottled it at about 11 o'clock last night when I noticed he's starting on the subs bench today.
Is he?
Yeah.
Really? Where is that?
Guardian.
The Guardian.
Quality resources.
Sorry, it's not the Sun or a source close to the Sun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's the Guardian.
Do you gentlemen have Wayne Rooney in your sides?
Yes.
Yeah, he seems to have been a stalwart of most teams. They're being discussed on Twitter.
I think this season, because Man United sold Van Persie, they got rid of Falcao, and they haven't brought in a marquee signing up front. The only centre forward they really have is Wayne Rooney, so he's going to be going back to his preferred position of striker, and you can expect, I would say, 20 plus goals from him if he stays in that position for the year.
And doesn't get injured.
No, he's generally not injured.
No, I would expect goals from him. Maybe not today, though.
But,
so I didn't make him captain.
And Damien, you're a big Manchester United fan here. How many players did you end up from?
In the end, I plugged for 2.
You did have 3 there yesterday.
No, actually, I did go for 3, yes.
You did go for 3.
But the third one was not.
Hands on the referee.
Send him off. The third one, the third Man United player, Schneiderlin, wasn't my first choice.
No.
He was the best of what I could afford.
How much did he cost?
5.5.
That's pretty good, yeah. Is he
probably going to play.
Yeah.
Every game.
Yeah, if he plays every game, then that's great value.
There you go. Subs, Walcott. That's what prompted me to drop him last night.
Walcott. The Guardian. I wouldn't be reading a rag like that. The Sun or the Mirror or
the Daily Sport.
The Daily Sport. Yeah, that would be more this type of news publication I'd be perusing. So Mark O'Callaghan has got 3 players on the pitch. He's gone for Rooney as captain as well, and that's got to be a bad sign for you, James. If Mark O'Callaghan has doing it, and he's got Walcott, you're ruining us here. He's gone Chadley as well, like an idiot. Wow. Mark, you big dope. Are you listening, Mark?
Of course
You're
he's listening.
Defend yourself.
Yeah. Hey, look, a shout out to everyone who's listening. You can send us questions or comments or feedback or tell us we're idiots on Twitter there.
Yep.
Just tag us at Fairytale League.
Get enough of that at home.
We will at some point be allowing call-ins via Skype, but I don't think we're quite ready for that right now.
You can try us.
You can try us. Am I logged in at Skype in this?
Aaron Gibson, Chelsea fanboy, has gone for Hazard as captain.
Yeah.
Goal!
Manchester
Goal!
United!
Oh, it's an own goal. Who scored? It looks like it is.
It's a Rooney goal. That'll be Wayne Rooney.
It'll be Rooney assist.
Is that Tim
No, that'll be a Rooney goal. I don't think that. Well,
it's not. Please let it be Chadley.
That would be very funny. It wasn't Chadley.
No, it's not Chadley. I can't remember his name. I can't see his.
It's 1-0 anyways, guys, for whoever's listening out there. 1-0 to Manchester United. Very disappointing.
Rooney delayed. Okay, let's describe this. Who's got the assist here?
It's definitely Rooney in the middle.
That's Ashley Young.
Ashley Young
crosses the ball to a Rooney, free in the box, delays pulling the trigger. Spurs defender tries to make the tackle, but knocks the ball into his own net.
Oh, miserable. So it is a Wayne Rooney assist then.
It's a Wayne Rooney assist and it's a Walker.
Oh, it's a beautiful finish.
It's actually a fantastic. he managed to put it so just as close to the edge of the goal without it going wide, but to make sure the keeper's attempts to save were all in vain.
Absolutely.
It was a brilliant goal, really.
It was a poacher's finish. He slipped in front of the striker,
so
took it off his toe, rolled it past the keeper, and then ran off to celebrate.
Rooney is going to do that well this season. The other teams are going to score his goals for him.
That's right. That's his strategy for this year.
Mr. Assist.
Mr. Assist.
So Damien Foley isn't looking like such a lunatic anymore. He's looking smug.
Do you want to see my knife collection?
Maybe later. So that's Damien Foley.
Tottenham are losing it. They're getting rattled. Rattled.
Yeah. Oh,
there's the beautiful man, Luke Shaw.
Have you lads noticed there's a lot more ads on the FPL website this year? There seems to be a lot more ads.
There's a child appearing on my screen.
Yeah. Boo to children. Yeah. It's all a bit scary.
But no, just down the side of the point screen, there's a lot more going on.
Yeah.
And it means everything's loading a little bit slower.
It's definitely going very slow, but I do think there's probably 2.8 million people watching it at the moment. And
again, this is not necessarily a topic for the fancy Premier League podcast, but there is an extension you can get to.
We do have
erase parts of.
And Alan Gibson calling in. Shall we?
Yeah, hooray! He's going to be a bit smug now. So,
Mr. Alan Gibson,
hello.
How are we? You're
What's the score?
Get in there.
What's the score, Alan? We don't know.
Home goal to Walker.
Yeah, we're joking. We do know. We're watching the match here.
And how many players did you end up with there from Manchester United, Alan?
Only 2.
Only 2.
And you didn't make Rooney captain. You must be feeling a bit sick.
I did not. Well, it's early days yet. My captain.
Yeah, I think most of us have gone for Hazard. Damien Foley and Mark O'Callaghan have gone for Rooney as captain.
Team winner.
Yeah, Damien's feeling a bit smug at the moment.
It was a goal by Walker.
Yes, an own goal by Walker. How did your golf go today?
I've just got here.
You've just got
a little while before we tee off. I'm hoping that if I wander into the clubhouse, that a certain football game will be on.
Yes,
well, you'd hope so.
I would expect so. How are you feeling about this season? Your team looks less crazy than last year.
Well, I've gone a little bit head over heart, I hope, so we'll see.
Yeah, it's conservative.
If I can see a football screen in there, yes. Looking good.
So for those listening on the internet, you might be able to hear a microwave going on in the background there. That's Damien Foley warming up a waffle for himself. And who said we weren't professional?
What's the studio doing in my kitchen?
Anyway, that's gone to the bar area here and watch the very big screen.
Excellent.
And it's looking good. You're not coming forward. You're not coming forward. What a good ball. Oh, no. What a chance in. Hit it. Oh, what a pass. Come on.
He's getting there.
It's pretty exciting stuff. Oh my God. He's in.
There's a 2.
No.
All right with it. All right with it.
Yeah, so you do realise, Alan, you can plug yourself in and listen away like you were before to the Fairy Tale Football broadcast, and we'll commentate the game for you.
So while you're out golfing, you can listen to us.
And all you have to do there is to go to fairytalefootball.net. It'll play straight into your ears.
Straight through. Okay, so talk to you later, maybe.
All right.
I might give you a ring back when United score again, so you might hear from me a few more times today.
Regular calls throughout the afternoon.
Say hello to the party officials that you're playing golf with.
Okay, bye-bye.
Cheers, Alan. That's our first call-in of the season. Hooray. This is great stuff. We're still waiting to hear from Mark O'Callaghan. We're expecting something from him soon.
No, Mark is too much of a loser to call in. I bet he can't.
He's not able to operate a phone.
The poor boy. I woke him up very early this morning, offering him brunch to come for brunch and waffles.
What time was that at?
It was about 10:30 there, but he woke
Did
back.
Mommy bring the phone down to him and say, Mark, your friends are calling?
He did confess he was still in bed, which I wasn't surprised about.
Yeah.
We do appreciate you listening there, Mark, and we look forward to talking to you in a little bit.
Absolutely. Is there anyone else we expect to hear from? I contacted Neil McCluskey, but I've heard nothing back, so I'm not confident that we're going to...
Neil doesn't bring his mobile phone into the house if he can.
No, he locks it in a box at the gate. He walks the grounds.
Okay, this is Memphis' first goal in competitive football from Man United coming up here. Man United have a free kick on the edge of the box, just near the centre of the D.
And it's very exciting. He's going to... Matt is going for it.
Oh,
no.
Well defended.
The wall got in the way.
Yeah, stupid
It's
wall.
not over yet, though.
United are looking pretty good, unfortunately.
Oh.
They're playing well. It's not a good sign.
Yeah.
We want them to do really badly this year.
It's a good game.
It is a good game.
Did you find the maple syrup there, Damien? Very good.
Yeah, it's good, man. Thank you.
I was very lucky. My wife...
we've got Mark O'Callaghan. An immediate response.
You're so liar. I can hear you talking about the internet. I can't be talking about the internet like that.
We knew you could hear, Mark.
I have a reputation to uphold.
Well, you're
Here,
welcome.
Anyone wants a story, right?
A story, Mark.
You sound great on the internet. Amazing.
Thanks very much.
It's like that we're inclusive of all our UK members.
It's like the dulcet tones of Marty Whelan, like, you know?
That's very high praise now. Did you listen?
Here, I have an exclusive here that I'd like to submit to you.
Great.
I also have a fellow fairy fantasy football competitor here,
Richard O'Callaghan,
who's joining the league.
Oh, this is fantastic news. We're very excited about that.
Is this the good-looking brother or the one with the long hair and tattoos?
One second.
This is the good-looking brother.
Oh, okay.
There. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Welcome to the league.
Okay, I let Richard O'Callaghan have a word, but he's a big fat idiot, though.
You are going to have to speak up there.
Hello, Richard. How you doing? Great to hear from you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You're going to have to speak up there, mate. So welcome to the league.
Right. All I can say is keep talking about Marky there, because he's getting very wound up.
There's no doubt we'll be insulting Mark for
Here, I think you'll find I'm second top of the league at the moment.
Yeah. It's 20 minutes in.
Well, everyone knows that the leader after 20 minutes in the first game is usually the one who ends up on top.
I think it's hilarious. You were just mocking my team, and then suddenly up pops the magnificent Wayne Rooney.
But sure, we all have him. We all have Wayne
Rooney.
Rooney.
I have him as captain.
I know, but that means we don't have Hazard as captain.
You're such a genius. You spotted this kid from the lower leagues, who's making his debut today. Who's it? Brian Rooney.
And my other exclusive is that Chadley is going to get 7 goals in this game. You'll see.
Mark, the master of the understatement. Chadley for 7 goals today.
Yes, that is a fantasy football exclusive. You can quote me on that.
Excellent. We will.
And Eamon, I saw your team and it's shite.
Thanks, Mark.
And my team.
I'm going to kick your ass.
Even Alan Gibson has a better team than you.
Wow, there's some insults coming.
Well,
You
I
sound
know,
worried, to be honest, Mark.
Well, I don't know. Did any see the champion team? Yes, Mr. Smith.
Smith's team.
Does anybody know who he has on his team? Because he seems to be keeping his cards very close to his chest.
Well, it's too late for that now that they're published. Yeah, I have had a look. It's alright. It's Ramsey, Depay, Hazard, Ritchie in midfield, Rooney, Benteke and Wilson up front, Ivanovic, Booth,
It's
Mertesacker.
very generic.
I
It's very generic. It's generic. It's just
think
generic.
that's not as strong as his previous teams.
Well, you can only tell the strength of the team after the points have been scored, and then you say, "Oh, that was a really strong team." Everything is retrospective in the world of fantasy football.
That's true, and I'm retrospectively saying that my team was way better than his team.
Okay,
Because I'm the best in the world.
good.
Mark, just to reinforce your Chadley prediction, the last 5 minutes of possession, Man United have had 87%.
Mm-hmm. But the other,
Yeah, but I bet you Chadley has the other
30.
The other 14.
Chadley only
That's it again, Man United 87, Tottenham 0, Chadley 13.
You're asking me to do maths live on the internet, and I can't do it. Chadley is getting the other 14% of the possessions. I guarantee you that.
Yeah.
The other 14% out of 13.
Okay, my brother has a question for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on what's his name? Richie's prospects for Bournemouth this season?
Richie was one of the big talking points on Twitter. He's cheap, and a lot of people are tipping him to do well. I'm keeping an eye on him, but I'm going to wait for him to do something before I buy him. I've not gone for him in my initial selection.
Is he this year's Jason Punchin?
Is he this year's Robbie Brady? About 6 good games followed by a long injury. I don't know. Did you see I picked Walcott, Mark?
I saw you picked Walcott. It surprised me. You don't tend to pick the right players.
I don't admit. I beat you comfortably last year, Mark.
Is your bet from last year still
I think
standing?
you'll find it was a draw last season, Eamon. So I think you'll find it was a draw in monetary terms.
In monetary terms, yes, but in points terms,
fact,
I beat you.
If anything, it was a victory for me in monetary terms.
Yeah.
Because,
I agree with that. You took more money from me than I took from you last year. But in terms of fantasy football, which is what we're talking about, I beat you. I beat you comfortably.
You're talking about the other podcast,
No.
the Eamon Mark bets unrelated to the fantasy football.
Nobody cares about how many points you got.
Yes, I do.
No, it's all about the money with you, Eamon.
Well, yeah, it is all about the money. But can we reiterate, Mark? We do have a new bet for this year, don't we?
No.
Yeah. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And I can play the recording if you need me to.
You heard it here first, guys. Bet is confirmed.
The bet is confirmed. We have a €20 bet between now and game week 19, and we have a €20 bet from game week 20 to game week 38. So whoever's on top at the end of game week 19 gets 20 quid. Whoever's on top
I can't remember. I don't remember that.
Well, I can get you the recording and play it for you, Mark. You said it. You agreed to it. If I have a job, the bet stands, and I am employed, so the bet is on.
No, shut up. I said if you got a real job.
Yeah, I do have a real job.
Yeah.
Here, all right, lads. I'm so sorry. God, I gotta leave the assets.
Okay.
It's been a magnificent performance so far. If Chadley scores, I'll probably ring you again.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, very
great.
good.
When he gets his 7th, wait for him to get the 7th goal and then call him.
Okay. No, because I think you want me to call again, don't you?
Manchester's threatening again.
It has to be. Oh, bad pass.
And here, save one of those cupcakes for you.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you have to come in to get it.
Oh,
It's goal for Chadley!
You really want that?
There's no goal for Chadley.
No, it's obviously not.
Matters shot went wide.
All right, Mark. We'll let you go
All
for
right,
now,
lads.
and we'll talk to you again
All right,
later.
lads, see you later.
Lovely
Bye.
to talk to you.
Toodles.
All right,
He's a funny boy, that one.
He is
What a
funny
champion.
boy. We definitely need to get our Skype up and running.
And I'm very glad his brother's involved.
Yeah, the sound quality from my phone isn't really internet standard, so we're gonna have to start.
Lads are gonna have to call in on my number there if they want.
Yeah, that might be better. There was definitely a better sound from your fancy new
No,
iPhone.
to be honest, there, Mark's a bit echoey at the best of times.
Yeah. Echoey is the technical term for it.
Did you like that one, Mark? Echoey, good description.
Has Rennie been awarded the assist?
Not yet.
It might go to the dubious, because it isn't an assist in the most traditional sense of an assist.
Right,
The ball was stolen from him.
What's your definition of an assist then? Is it the last player to touch it before the goal scorer?
That is typically how it's awarded.
Then it should be released.
You would certainly assume he'll get the assist, but as of yet it hasn't been awarded. So I assume that's going to the dubious assists committee, and we'll see how they get on with it. So it's all a bit mellow now.
It's all mellowing down. Look, I have to apologise to everyone really because
and you should, Chris. About time, finally, an apology.
Everyone.
Yeah, to everyone.
as you know, I like to have a little program set up running, checking the people's scores and people's teams, but it's not working yet, and I didn't have time to get it working because there wasn't much of a lead time there before the game started. But in the future weeks, we'll be able to have a much better tab on all the other members of our league.
Excellent.
And what they're doing.
See who's doing well. Yeah, the facts and figures came to us too late in the day to do anything with it.
Yeah.
Did you read my latest article, Damien?
No.
How to spend your last $500,000 in the fairy tale football world? If you go to fairytalefootball.net news, you can see it.
Sorry, I'm thinking about next week's transfers.
Yeah, you should be. It's now is the time to make the transfers.
Forget it. This week is done, people.
This week is over. It's in the past. There's too many people trying to log on to the Fantasy Premier League site. Please stop and let me get in. So we have 5 minutes with our champion, Chris Smith. We're expecting another kick-ass season from him. I should say in advance, he was very cagey. He wasn't giving anything away. You'll hear it from the horse's mouth shortly, but he really was not saying much about his team.
Well, because you do realise Chris Smith, so you do have a new job, Eamon. Congratulations on that.
Yes, I spent 3 months of the summer with my legs up, mainly because I ruptured my Achilles tendon and partly because I was unemployed. Yeah, boo, give me sympathy. Oh, wow.
You have two of them for Christ's sake.
Yeah, exactly. It didn't stop Benteke.
Do you have two of them?
Sturridge, two, just the two.
So obviously the good news was that you used that time productively and you went back through our archives of recordings.
I did.
And pulled out a few of the highlights. So we're gradually getting them up on our YouTube and SoundCloud and
absolutely. I
website.
pulled out some of the call-ins as well. So they're nice kind of 10-minute long, 5-minute long segments that people can listen back to. There's a few of our full episodes, pretty much full episodes anyways, with the libelous stuff taken out. A part of the libelous stuff, not all of those, and things like that. So you'll be able to listen back to.
But more importantly, you've got a job.
I do have a job,
and you're moving up to right next door to our current office.
Absolutely. So
and the most exciting thing about this is that Chris Smith backs onto the window which faces your new office. And we've noticed this, that you'll be able to look out your window through our window and see his team on his computer.
Yeah. So you get your long lens, get on the phone, breathe heavily. He's distracted by the phone call. Meanwhile, you're looking at his screen and watching his team.
That's hard. That's my plan essentially. I'm going to be going to that new office and trying to stake out a position.
Order those binoculars now on eBay.
Well, I obviously have a high-powered lens.
Well, if you win the prize in Game Week 4 there and don't decide to donate it back into the pool, you can use that €20 Amazon voucher to buy yourself a set of binoculars.
Do you know what would be easier, actually, would be if you go behind Chris Smith's desk and stick a little camera pointing at his computer, and then you'll just have a feed directly of his computer at all times.
Or even better, if you just wait till he logs in, then kill Chris Smith.
Take over
all
his
the time in the world on his team.
Yeah.
We can't be insinuating violence on the podcast, but
in the event that Chris Smith is murdered and somebody assumes his identity, the finger of blame is going to be pointed squarely at Chris Brown.
I never said I'd do anything of the sort. That's ridiculous.
Okay, look,
if you want to look at his team, why don't you just ask him? He's a very nice man. He'll probably tell you what he's
doing. He won't. He definitely won't. I
offered to show him my team. He wasn't interested.
No. Well, to be fair.
Okay, there's roughly 2.5 million people in the Fantasy Premier League?
2.85.
2.85, and everyone's very excited.
There.
If 2.4 million of those could please log off, just for an hour or so, that'll be swell.
You're ruining it for the rest of us.
Me in particular.
Me, and I'm the one who matters, obviously. So if you could please stop. And you know what's worse? People who have like 8 or 9 tabs open and they're trying to refresh them all.
Yeah, well, I'm Unitabbed at the moment.
No, I've got 9 or 10 tabs open.
So Rooney didn't get I don't think Rooney got an assist for that goal, did
well, check out Ashley Young.
It hasn't been credited as of yet. But
if you can see Ashley Young, has he got the assist?
No, it obviously won't be Ashley Young. How could it be Ashley Young?
He crossed the ball
to Wayne Rooney, but Wayne Rooney did get a touch.
But if Wayne Rooney's not going to get it as an assist in the traditional sense,
but it can't be Ashley Young because he wasn't the last Man United player to touch it.
It depends on how they define the last man an assist.
No, I think
know that's not right, dude. You've seen the goal.
The lads at the Fantasy Premier League haven't awarded an assist as it stands.
I would expect Wayne Rooney to get it, but at the same time,
controversial.
The ball was stolen off his foot,
and it doesn't matter anyway because the main news story in tomorrow's papers is going to be the Chadley double hat trick. Plus bonus cherry on top goal.
15% possession.
Boo-hoo. Man United fans crying.
Yeah, the match ends 7-1.
Yeah. I think Harry Kane's still there.
I'd expect him to get a couple of assists.
In fairness, Chris, there's a lot of players still there.
There's 22 on the pitch at the moment. But he isn't looking like he's going to do anything at the moment.
No, he looks to be tired from his European excursion.
Yeah.
Well, it happens to the best of them, but I'm not giving up on him.
United are playing pretty good stuff, though. I have to say it's annoying. I don't like to see Man United play well. I'm expecting big things. Did you see Benteke's goal in pre-season?
Yeah, that's what counts as pre-season.
I know. Yeah, I've gotten.
Man United beat the Champions League holders 3-1 in pre-season.
Yeah, well done. Benteke got me 8 points for that goal. They awarded it.
Oh, did they? It was so good.
It was so good. They said, "Oh, that's beautiful. We'll give you 8 points out." Just to me. Nobody else got points for it, just me. So I'm actually leading the league at the moment.
But if you look at the amount of chances that were created by Liverpool last season, and they had nobody to finish them off, if they create something similar to those amount of chances, Benteke will get plenty of goals this year.
I would certainly expect him to. I'm certainly hopeful. Liverpool have a pretty... they have strikers this year, so that's a big change. Yeah. They did have Sturridge last year, but he decided to injure himself. And they had Balotelli, who's obviously insane. And,
but it's Liverpool have a lot of their transfer dealings have been what they've traditionally done, which is to pick up the best player from a relegated team.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure if Ings can cut it.
No, he's a young guy. He had a good season. Whether or not he's going to progress from here and become like a proper player, or whether he'll always be a kind of borderline relegation striker, I don't know. Yeah. Time will tell on that. But he wasn't an expensive buy, and it was reasonable business. I think Benteke and Firmino will be the ones that they really need to do well, and Milner, I guess, as well. They'll be hoping for.
Well, they have a decent central midfield with Henderson and Milner this year.
Yeah, I'm reasonably hopeful for Liverpool. I think they should be challenging for top 4. It looks like United are off to a good start.
Prediction here: Liverpool to finish 22nd.
22nd out of 20. I'm going to back Liverpool. I'm
aiming to be crawling in the corner with his legs around his.
Yeah, I've gone for Henderson in my team as well. Benteke and Henderson.
A lot of people have actually. I think about 20% of people in the league have gone for Henderson this year.
He did very well points wise last year. He's guaranteed to play. Does he take the penalties? I think he did take the penalties with Gerrard out.
Well, now that Captain Hollywood has left.
Yeah, Captain Hollywood will still try to take them from Hollywood.
From Los Angeles.
Yeah, come on.
No, there was nothing behind.
There was no power.
Oh, safe Hans Romero. Yeah. I've been watching him for
through your long
and during his loan season at Monaco last year. Yeah. Every game. Like a lot of the Liverpool fans who watched Firmino play for Hoffenheim week in, week out.
I did. What do you think of Cedric, the Southampton defender at 5 million? He's been tipped by a number of people, including me.
He's been tipped by all the people who've chosen him in their team.
Yeah, by all of those people. Selected by 5.3%. A canny 5.3% spotted him and slotted him in. I've gone foolishly for 3 Southampton players. and they're bound to be a bit tired after their European exploits. But despite advising one person on Twitter that I thought Mane was overpriced, I ended up going for Mane.
Oh, I went for Wanyama.
Wanyama is definitely not overpriced at 4.5 million. He may not play. Will he play?
That's to say,
he's a bench man. Like
no, he will play. He will play this year.
Yeah. If he plays, he's definitely good value.
He was selected by 20% of the league.
So I've gone for Capermall.
I believe he's going to. He is there to replace Schneiderlin.
Okay, right. So he's pretty much a guaranteed to play as things stand.
Just to confirm, Schneiderlin remains on the dream team of the week.
Excellent.
That's how good he is.
Have you heard of a young fellow called Oxford playing for West Ham? He's 4 million. He's a defender, but apparently he's really plays in midfield, according to some people on Twitter. He's on my team at the moment. Not on my team.
That does not make him a good player. He could still be a rubbish midfielder.
He could be a rubbish midfielder. Yeah, that's true. I never thought of it like that, Dave. But if he plays,
the penny drops.
I'm a defender, but I'm playing up front. Yeah. Therefore,
goals. I
am the best.
Yeah. Yeah, it mightn't work out, admittedly, now that you find it that out. My bench is quite cheap, I have to say. 4.5 for the keeper, 4.5 for my midfielder, and 8 for my other 2 defenders. So
you're not playing your bench boost this week?
I'm not playing my bench boost, no. Are you planning on making a lot of transfers this year? Over to you, Chris Brown. Transfer man, Chris Brown.
Look, I've been thinking about this long and hard for the last 2 hours because I didn't want to think about it before that, and I think I will. I think I'm just going to do it as I know. I know you're not supposed to do too many because it does cost you points, but I did like being in a position last year when I had the funds, and I did that because I made the 2 or 3 transfers when I saw players were going up or down, and I'm going to stick with that, I think.
I think that will make a difference this year definitely in one respect. The new chips that they've added, the bench boost, the triple captain, and the all-out attack, particularly the bench boost, that's going to be valuable to people with a lot of money because they're going to be able to get themselves a good bench and play that for, say, a double game week or something like that.
Well, myself and Chris spoke about this, and that you had a plan a few years ago to try and build up as much money as possible up until Christmas, and then just buy an insanely good team.
I did. Yeah, that was my plan.
But then we were thinking that's a lot of work for a single bench boost game week.
Yeah. I'm not saying you'll make up all the points. Yeah. Like, I think, for example, if you made 2 transfers a week between now and Christmas, you'd end up paying for 17 odd transfers, I think. So that's probably more than you'd want to be paying for. But at the same time, if you ended up with lots of money, you'd be able to get a reasonable amount of those points. Well, some of those points back with the bench boost. Anyways, I'm going to be following my own advice this year and reducing the number of transfers I make. So again, that was one of my articles from last year, which is looking at the number of transfers made by the top 50 players in the world. And I think the most that anyone paid for transfers was paid for 10 transfers. So somewhere between 0 and 10 is about as many as you can afford to make and still be competitive. So I'll be trying to limit myself to about 45 transfers over the course of the season. That's my target.
And what's your opinion on playing a wild card early?
I'm always a wildcard early fan. More so this year, I think, with the
new
second
change makes it much more easy to do that without causing yourself damage later in the season, doesn't it?
Yeah, like,
is there an additional wildcard?
There's 2 wildcards,
but
you can play them
one in January.
No.
Damien Foley
does not have his finger on the button.
My head is exploding now.
First wildcard has to be played before Christmas. Second wildcard anytime after Christmas.
Okay.
So again, you're looking for double game weeks. That's what you're talking about. But there's rarely a double game week before Christmas. So essentially, I think you're talking 1 early wildcard and 1 wildcard aimed at the double game weeks.
Yeah,
that's my
aimed
strategy.
At a double game week with a bench boost, triple captain, which you can't.
You can only play 1 at a time.
But like obviously, triple captain looks like it's a double game week with someone like Aguero as your captain or Rooney or Chadley.
Yeah,
for a double game week.
Yeah.
Well, I like to play. I like to let the league settle down for 3 to 4 weeks. Get the real transfer window closed.
Exactly.
Then play a wild card.
Yeah, that was my policy last year. Wait till the transfer season closed. There was a 2-week gap for internationals at the end of the wild card, or at the end of the transfer window, and I'm assuming it'll probably be the same this year.
It is, yes.
And that's roughly when I'd be looking to play it. See who gets injured on international duty and see who's come in.
I notice a lot of times when I do play a wildcard, it's not necessarily to make a complete team change. It's really to be able to make 4 transfers in the same game week, or to make 3 transfers to facilitate getting in one guy I really want, and then just fill out those other spaces.
Gentlemen, I have an exclusive here. I'm the first in the world to break this. The assist has gone to Rooney.
Yay!
It's up to 4 points.
We did it, guys. We did it.
It's halftime. We broke the story, guys. This is like Watergate. So, do we want to play? How long do we have before our break, Chris?
We have 12 minutes left on the clock there, so we can play a little bit.
Yeah. How about if we played the interview with Chris Smith, and then we'll be back on. Or maybe if we played that for our last 5 minutes and we could then just come straight back on the air. These are the kind of production decisions that should always be made during a live broadcast. Do we want to take a break or do we want to get straight back into it? If we played the Chris Smith interview as the interlude, that could work well.
It could be good. I would like to listen to the Chris Smith interview.
Okay, we presumably could do that though. We can eat our buns while listening to the interview.
By buns we mean cupcakes.
Chris Brown, will you cue up the first 5 minutes of the interview I did with Chris Smith last night? You are the reigning Fairy Tale Football League champion. Are you excited about the new season?
I am, yeah, looking forward to it. Seems to have come around very quickly. The summer's come with a flash as usual. The cricket seems to be coming to an end, so it's kind of perfect timing to lead into the football season. There's been a bit of gearing up, there's a bit of banter. I think a few of the league members seem to be getting into it and getting dedicated and putting a lot of effort in. So yeah, I think it's going to be a good season. I think it's going to be a tough season. I think it's probably going to be harder than last year. I feel myself, standards have risen, extra effort has been put in. Things are being discussed that weren't even thought about in previous seasons.
Are we talking rotation policies?
Well, I wasn't going to give it away, but we are. I've heard people mentioning rotation policies who didn't know about. I suggested didn't even think about rotation policies in previous years.
Are the names of Bournemouth and Sunderland and Norwich those kind of teams that they've been bandied about?
Well, just the word rotation was mentioned,
yes,
which I thought was interesting.
I assume your team is completely under wraps. You're not willing to give any little glimpses.
Well, as I told you earlier, my main tip is not to give any tips.
Yes.
I learned a harsh lesson once on somebody, we won't mention his name, joined another league that we were having anyway.
Yes.
And on him joining the league, I gave him one of my best tips. He then went on to win the league for 4 years running, at which point I realised it is not a good idea to give tips to your main rivals.
Yes.
I probably won't be divulging my team too tonight, but needless to say, it's pretty settled, although I am still having a few, maybe I should be transferring him out. I should be transferring him in. So, but you know, as the guy who won it overall said last year, you can't cover everything. So
there's an old military saying that all battle plans, or the best laid battle plans, don't survive first contact. That I think by Sunday evening there'll be a lot of people looking at their teams wondering what in the name of God they were thinking.
Yeah, as you always do, and I think it's a difficult one to call as well. I mean, week one is always difficult, and I think there's an element of lock-in, who hits the ground running and who doesn't. I think all you can do is just put a decent team out and hope for the best, really.
I agree with that, all right, definitely. Not too many punts would be one of my big tips. I'm not looking to play many players who are, say, coming in from abroad. I had Depay in my team for a while, or Depay, is that his name? I had him in my team for a while and I decided I'd take him out. I think it can be hard for some players to settle. Like, some come straight in and do fantastic, but I think for a lot of them it takes them a number of games to get going, and some of them just won't come good, and you're better off to jump on the bandwagon once it started rolling than trying to tip it in advance, I think, for some of these guys.
Yeah, it's hard to know. I mean, what I find at the beginning is it's just if you're on the wrong player, then they go down in value straight away, which is obviously very harsh.
Yes.
And, you know, you must almost on like one bad performance, people can be shipping them out on week one and the values can go down. It's just difficult, really. So I suppose just pick a balanced team and hope for the best, really. Yeah.
Have you seen my most recent article on how to spend your last $500,000?
I haven't, no. How should I be spending my last
Well, if you go to the fairytalefootball.net website and go to the news section, you can see the latest article. But what I did was I looked at the points scored by all the players last year and the prices paid, and I split them into different positions and looking at where you'd get your best value for your £500,000. And the conclusion was that goalkeepers did best, then defenders, then midfielders, and then strikers. So your marginal £500,000 will get you more points at the back than going forward. And
at the front. Yeah. Which makes sense on the grounds that goalies and defenders are cheaper. So the million is proportionally more of the price than it would be for a forward. And
also
the balance of the team. Hard to know. I mean, the prices have changed a bit this year. Defenders tend to be looking a bit cheaper. Goalkeepers and defenders are looking cheaper this year, as you know.
Definitely.
Historically, the goalkeepers were always 6 million for your premium goalkeeper was always 6, but now he seems to be 5.5 this year. So I'm not quite sure how that's going to, play out. Historically, they were never really worth the 6, but now whether they're worth the 5.5, I don't know.
And you can listen to the full extended interview with Chris Smith at our website, fairytalefootball.net.
We're there. Smooth. It was so slick.
Is there a delay on the sound there, Chris?
Yeah, there's a little delay there. Obviously, our production value has dramatically increased with our new microphone.
We have a microphone.
But we are still a low technology, it's very budget operation.
Absolutely.
But it's great fun.
It is.
We're really
getting
enjoying this.
We're improving a week at a time.
And we should, while we're talking about production values, we should give a shout out to the Fan Feud Weekly Fantasy Football podcast, because David Grady and the Chief and the gang that they have in there are amazing. They're easy to listen to.
They know what they're talking about.
The Chief is a god. I'm going to call him God Chief or Chief God or something.
He actually, he's a good manager. He's got a good record.
Yeah.
Their intelligent conversations do not. They anger Damien Foley. They're a good podcast. I like listening to it. It's little bits of wisdom that you can pick up along the way. I did have wisdom in my team at one point, but then I decided a Norwich defender, who I'm not 100% sure if he's going to play, isn't really a good pick. And this is another exclusive, folks. The first cake corner of the season, brought to you, sponsored by Damien Foley Productions.
Pear Tree Productions.
Quality Productions.
Eat your heart out, James Richardson.
Yeah.
These look amazing,
They look amazing. Where did you get these, Damien?
If you could hear how good these look with your ears,
your ears would be
salivating right now.
You just stick these muffins directly into your ears if you could see how good they looked. So it's nearly back on. It is back on.
It is. It's been back on for nearly a minute now.
40 seconds doesn't count.
Not when Chadley's getting several goals in those 40 seconds.
The Chadley 7 hasn't started. The headlines will be something like the Magnificent 7, and they'll have the picture of the Magnificent 7, but with Chadley's face on each of the Cowboys. That's your tip for tomorrow. The Sun, you can use that one for free. Has anything else happened at halftime? No substitutions, nothing to.
We hope everyone enjoyed the Chris Smith interview.
Absolutely, yeah. That's our first pre-recorded interview.
He was very coy, I'll give him that. But fair enough, the night before the big reveal, I wouldn't be giving too much away either.
I like to think that I was his number one competitor last year.
Again, not strictly football related, but that's chocolate, that's mocha, chocolate orange, lemon cheesecake, and raspberry tingle, I think it's called.
Ooh.
And I've gone for Oreo.
This chocolate one here, it's got a little bit of that orange that's got crystallized.
I'll just go with chocolate.
Orange.
I'm just going all the way chocolate. These look amazing.
Now, if you like that kind of chat, we'll be starting the cupcake the Fairy Tale podcast. We'll sit around eating cupcakes for 2 hours.
Oh yeah, good call.
I listened to that one.
Lionel Messi's in the house. So that's the other big thing. Eamon and I, our wives have entered teams into the league. And I'm very nervous because I don't want to get beaten by mine.
And while I must admit I'm reasonably confident of beating my better half, I think Alison could give you a real run for your money. Can we use your name, Lionel Messi, now that you're actually in our league?
Yes, you can use mine.
Okay,
But you are in the league as Lionel Messi, I believe.
Yes,
No.
I am in the league as Lionel Messi.
Yeah, she changed her name.
Oh, did you?
So
okay.
It might take
Oh,
a
it
little...
might take
Alright,
a while.
we'll edit this out later.
I thought Lionel was in our league.
She's
The real one.
She is.
yeah, Lionel Messi, the real Lionel Messi, not that fake one who plays for Barcelona. Okay, very exciting. I think Lionel Messi's plan of crowdsourcing her team could put
You want
Chris
to
under
give a shout
serious
out to you?
pressure.
How are you going to do this season?
I'm going to do very well, presuming I can stay interested. I
That's
would
it.
prefer not to reveal my sources at this stage.
That's the dilemma most Premier League managers have.
Yeah.
Staying interested.
Yeah, Alan Pardew got really bored last year when his team did badly. Yeah, I think if you do really badly the first week, the chances of just giving up are high. But if you're ahead of Chris on Monday night, I think your interest could spike.
If I'm ahead of anyone, I'll be interested.
Yeah, I think you should definitely enter the other league as well, because that's
Yeah,
just it'll be a table of 10.
Yeah,
And
I think
it'd
I
be
have
easier.
a better chance there.
Yeah, maybe see how you're doing.
And to
before.
be honest, if you're not ahead of anyone, you get a free membership to fblassist.co.uk.
That's true. Let's
Awesome.
not forget that. That does mean huge amounts of fantasy football data for you to sift through.
My worst nightmare.
Yeah, I've got a feeling it may be the case that whoever comes bottom actually won't want that, but definitely we'll give it to somebody anyways.
Well, if they don't want it, we can recycle it.
Exactly,
Yeah,
and
that's
give it to somebody who really use it.
And if you don't have
Kane.
access to the internet, we can take a printout of all the statistics and mail them to you.
And we can print out the text from our show as well.
Yeah.
We have subtitles and we can print them all out and
Yeah.
you can read them.
I'll tell you what, it's hard enough to edit the show down to something reasonable. I cannot imagine having to transcribe this.
What do you mean by
It's hard enough to understand Mark at the best of times.
Trying to commit him to paper, you would lose a lot of Mark, I think, if you put it down on paper as well. What emoticons would you be able to use to express Mark's outrage?
Yeah, they have to be special ones that you downloaded from particular websites, so they're not ones that come built into your phone.
Yeah, Marco emoticon.
And then the silence when Liverpool loses 2 goals.
The depression used to kick in. Yeah. I don't know if you listened to
I don't know how we transcribe that.
Yeah, it's more. Mark is hoping to hear something along those lines this year. Eamon's heavy panting as Liverpool do progressively worse.
I don't think we need any heavy panting, please. This is being broadcast live on the internet.
It is. Yes, this is a family show. Not really.
No, if you've got family listening, tell them to close their ears.
To go away. Unless you're both Mark and Richard O'Callaghan, in which case this is for family listening.
Yeah. Hey, look. So obviously we're putting our recordings on as a podcast. It'll be on iTunes soon. Mm-hmm. So we're putting some stuff on SoundCloud and on our website, of course, fairytalefootball.net. But if you are listening to a recording, you can listen to us live. You have to follow us on Twitter to find out when it is, because we're a little bit haphazard. But follow us at Fairytale League, and also just periodically check into fairytalefootball.net, because obviously it's your new homepage.
All the latest news.
And
if you are listening to a recording, please don't text in. The text will not be read out. You will still be charged.
You will still be charged.
Yeah.
Exorbitant rate.
And it's one of those crazy reverse charging text numbers. We've instantly got access to all the money on your phone.
Exactly.
And your bank account if you've got an app.
I have to say, Mark, if you're listening and you want a cupcake, you're going to have to come in quickly, because these are really, really good cupcakes, and we might just gorge on them and leave you nothing. So get into town, bring your woman's Porsche or whatever you're driving these days, and come in and have a cupcake and a beer and tell us how the Man United match is going for you.
Because otherwise we're definitely not going to be talking about home and away today.
No, there'll be no home and away corner if you don't come in.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of our fans only tune in for the home and away corner.
I still don't know what's going on.
Yeah. It's that intersection of the set of fancy football fans and home and away fans. That's our demographic. That's what we're going for.
It is a mystery to me. So look, with substitution time, we're getting some.
Let's hope it's not Chadley going off.
Yeah, could well be.
I believe it. Was that Schweinsteiger on the
Pig Shepherd warming up.
Pig Shepherd?
Even though Pep said he was a horrible crock.
Did he? That's shocking.
Not in so many words, but that's what he meant.
He said he's a ruined man.
So I've just done a quick check on the bonus points. Rooney has 16 as it stands.
Okay.
And Blind and Walker both 13 points. So
Walker.
Yeah. Well, obviously he scored that goal.
Own goal.
So.
Own goal. And he doesn't have a clean sheet. How the hell is he getting? Okay, the clean sheets haven't come in yet.
Yeah. 51 minutes. So that'll all change in a minute, won't it?
Well, and Rooney has how many?
16 points. It says.
He's he's 8. Do you have him as captain?
No.
The bonus points.
Bonus points.
Yeah.
Come on, Damien.
Fill in our listeners who don't understand what you're talking about.
Okay, all right. I'll talk to Damien as if he doesn't know.
As if I'm one of those stupid listeners.
Who's an idiot.
No, you're not all stupid listeners. Just some of you. You decide.
Yeah. Okay. So bonus points are awarded each match, and the top player gets 3, next gets 2, and finally there's 1. So.
Okay.
And the bonus points are really, really valuable at the end of each week. Determining your overall position, and you get bonus points for scoring the winning goal, for getting assists, for getting clean sheets, for making tackles, for making saves.
Yeah, because the bonus point system in previous years has been a bit of a black box. Mm-hmm. Just all these numbers came in, and it seemed to be an arbitrary decision that he was the guy that was talked most about by the commentators.
No, it's always been a mixture of a black box and a deterministic system. So the deterministic part of it is how many goals do you score, how many assists do you get a clean sheet, all this kind of stuff. And they were always worth a certain amount of points. And then there was always this black box element where they just would add on an amount at the end, and I have no idea where that came from.
It's whatever Paul Hanley decided.
Yeah, and for those stupid people who don't know how to see the bonus points that players are accruing, how do you see that?
You go to the particular player if you're
underneath your team where it's got the scores of the games, and you can expand it to show you the detail of who scored what.
And detailed stats.
You just click the detailed stats button there.
And I knew that.
Yeah. So right hand side. So if you see the BPS, that whoever is the highest score on the BPS will get 3 bonus points. Next gets 2. Next gets 1. The thing to the left of ESP, that's the black box element that I don't know where that number comes from.
It's Spanish for especial.
Yes, it is.
The player is especial.
But that still doesn't tell me where those points come from.
Well, you know a player is special or not.
Fine.
It's as transparent as it needs to be.
There's some sort of contention here. Whoa!
Oh, a bit of head kicking going on.
Bit of ride the horse.
Yeah, it seems like the Spurs player tried to headbutt Ashley Young in his heel.
Yeah.
Poor old Ashley Young. His heel was under attack.
Yeah.
And I believe this year there's a slight rule change that players are being booked for...
Simulation?
Not for simulation, but for over-dramatising a foul.
Okay.
So if it is a legitimate foul, but they do lots of roly-poly.
And if they're wearing makeup, obviously, that's over-dramatising everything.
Depends. It might be like subtle. A little bit of...
I'm sure it happens.
My makeup terminology is very limited, so I'm going to just use the ones that I know.
It's good though.
You're still using that mercury powder?
Yeah.
The game looks like it's getting a little bit emotional here. So
Chadley is I think he's getting ready. He's standing quietly in the centre of the pitch, thinking about each of his 7 goals and how he's going to score them. Free kick to Tottenham. I think this might be the first.
Yeah. The Spurs team are lining up in a flying V formation with Chadley at its core.
Emilio Estevez is on the sideline telling them what to do. And what's that guy's name?
Blind hit the air in front of the Spurs player's head, and obviously that created a compression wave.
It's because he's blind; he can't see what's going on.
Yeah, it created a compression wave that knocked his head backwards.
Yeah. Damien, who I assume you were a big Dawson's Creek fan.
Oh yeah.
Who played Pacey? What was his name? He was in Fringe. I haven't watched Fringe, but you know the guy. He studied in Trinity for a while.
I know the guy. I just can't think of his name.
He was the main kid in Mighty Ducks as well.
It's a good cross, but it doesn't.
Oh, Stefan Romero. Who? Yeah. David the Who?
Damien's having short-term memory loss as a result of the trauma of De Gea leaving for Real Madrid.
That actor you're talking about is Joshua Jackson.
Joshua Jackson, yeah.
That's Joshua Jackson.
Yes. He was the main duck in Mighty Ducks.
The referee's getting hugs from all the players.
It's important.
I need everyone to realise that, please.
Yeah. A lot of people
cannot emphasise that now.
Yeah, he made his breakthrough in Dawson's Creek, but that wasn't true. It was actually the Mighty Duck. The Flying V has broken up again, and Chadley has returned to his centre of the field position.
Yeah, Juan Mata went for a little run there and decided that he was a bit scared of the ducks, so he gave it away.
That was Juan Mata. Yeah. I thought you said one Mata.
It wasn't Mata.
It wasn't Mata's having another go now.
Bada boom, bada bang.
Alexander Wild went for the hug manoeuvre, where you just try and hug them from behind and then see what happens.
There's not a whole pile going on. Unfortunately, only one goal all match, and it was an own goal for Walker. Nearly 60 minutes gone, so we'll be getting our clean sheet data, and that's going to change the BPS scores fairly significantly. Part of me thinks it'd be nice if Rooney gets the 3 bonus points, but then that means 6 bonus points for Damien Foley and Mark O'Callaghan.
And then it's just a matter of parking the bus for the remainder of the season.
Yeah.
I'm going uber defensive.
Yeah.
I just need to copy everyone else's teams.
Yeah. So we'll see if that happens. Oh yeah, Mark. Can we expect a return to the one of our regular slots from last year, where Oscar and Hazard made a regular appearance? Give that some thought and call us in if you have some thoughts.
Rooney's been given a kiss to the back of the neck there.
Chris Brown preempting Mark's kissing threat of the week.
Here comes your Swedish tiger.
We don't know if that was
who's that, Chris? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Who's that?
It's the Swedish tiger.
The Swedish
tiger, the pig shepherd himself, is coming on.
He looks excited.
He doesn't.
He looks efficient and stereotypical.
Everyone's clapping.
Ruthlessly
he did a little dance there, and everyone clapped.
Yeah.
Must be a big signing, I think.
He's won the Champions League a few times. He's won the World Cup. He's won the German League multiple times.
He's a German superstar at the beginning of his decline.
Yes.
Not quite yet
Why
there,
not?
but...
So you might as well come to Manchester United.
Exactly. Huh? This is a retirement club now. First you go to Manchester United, and then you go to the... Is it MLS? Is that the name? MLS? The American soccer?
MLS, Major League Soccer.
Major League Soccer, MLS, yeah. So he'll be playing with Captain Hollywood.
He can be playing with the New York, New Jersey Metro Stars.
I forgot, we did receive a message there from Mark, and I didn't get to read it out because I didn't see it there. But
okay.
It was very succinct. It said "idiots!" exclamation.
When did he send us that? Was that before the call?
16 minutes
ago. That classic O'Callaghan humour. Huh? That's the
It was probably when we were talking about the his car and the home and away.
It might have been when in that brief interlude between Chris Smith's interview and going back on the air when there was nothing happening, or we had just our holding pattern music. It might have been related to that. We need more detail, Mark.
I'm looking at the BPS points here, and Rooney is top with 16. Dembele is second with 15. And joint third is Schneiderlin and Daley Blind. So those all important 3-2-1 bonus points.
Yeah, but it's pretty much pointless looking at it before the
especial points get in.
And at least the clean sheet. You want to wait till that's in. So Romero might be on for... the bonus point system has changed a bit this year as well. I don't know if you're aware of that, Damien.
Well, I am, but just for the listeners who aren't.
One of the biggest changes is last year you got 2 of those little BPS points for making a save as a goalkeeper, or 1 for each save, whereas now you're going to get 2. So that's going to push goalkeepers who make a lot of saves up the ranking. So your
that's where your David De Gea last season would have been perfect. Yes,
terrible defence, loads and loads of saves, clean sheets. A go
out the wazoo. But breaking news: ESP stands for EA Sports PPI.
Oh, it's so clear now.
Who doesn't love when an acronym stands for another acronym?
A series of acronyms. Yeah. What does EA stand for?
That's Electronic Arts.
Okay.
Sports obviously is not an acronym. Maybe it is, but we were unconfirmed whether it is or not. And PPI is payment protection insurance.
yes.
Proton pump inhibitors.
Yes, it's
Proton
one of
Pump,
those
obviously,
two.
one of those two. So
If it is the payment protection, make sure you're not mis-selling that fantasy football league because you could get into trouble.
I was mistaken. It doesn't stand for Especial.
No.
I have a little exclusive. I've just finally worked out how to view the other teams in the league.
Okay.
An exclusive.
I clicked into one. Our guy, his name is Born Dreams. That's his team name. He's played his bench boost week 1.
What?
Does that mean he's trying to steal our money?
Well, quite probably.
Oh, actually, I had thought of playing one of the chips really early.
He does seem to have quite a well-balanced team there. So
Okay. You don't think this is insanity?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I don't know. Why not? I can't see a reason not to save the 3 chips until double game weeks.
Yeah. The only reason why you wouldn't is because you've entered specifically with the intention of trying to win €20 and you're going to dump your team after that.
Well, fair play to him. Good effort.
Well, fair play on one hand and frown upon it on another hand.
Yeah, but
No, you can't frown upon this. This is thanks for being involved.
the committee may arbitrarily withdraw the prize at any point in time.
No, unfortunately, I did give some thought to this before the season started. What would we do? Like, this guy could have like a dozen teams entered and he's just trying to pick up prizes. But if he is, then fair play.
Yeah.
Well done.
It's a lot of work.
You screwed us over.
It's a lot of work for €20.
It is. Yeah.
I would argue, but doing work.
His name is
1 hour of work in any Western economy will probably get you that. So, well done. Fair play.
Last week goal.
Manchester United.
Oh, wow! Michel Vorm nearly laid an egg through his own legs.
Yeah.
Nearly, but managed to recover the ball behind him. I think what
Was
we
that
should.
Ashley Young?
It was Ashley Young, yeah.
He did well to nip inside.
Just
there.
signed a new contract with Man United as well.
He could be this season's
Ashley Young.
Ashley Young, major disappointment. At least
He could be this season's Adnan Januzaj.
yes. Where is Adnan Januzaj these days?
Well, the rumours were that Sunderland were sniffing around for a season-long loan deal, but I don't think he will go. I think he will be interchanged with Young throughout the year.
Okay.
But I think Young will be the priority in that position.
He'll be the starter, assuming he doesn't balls it up. Young
That would have been brilliant. I actually have Young in my team. That would have been fantastic.
You have him?
Yeah.
Okay. He's about 7 million?
He was... no, I don't think he was that expensive. Cost 6 million.
Okay. 6 million?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
6 million. Only selected by 2.1% there. So...
That's Alan Gibson and...
Yeah, and you.
So, guys, how many people are in the...
87.
87. Do you think it'd be worth, pulling out a random player to just have a bit of commentary on their team selection?
Yeah, let's do that.
Right, so...
have you got one?
Neil McCluskey.
McCluskey. Some foreign guy? No.
No, we don't.
No, let's go for this guy. Homegrown. What's it? This name just stands out. It's Mazharul Islam Tonmoy.
Okay.
Let's have a look at
And
Arsenal
he's
BD.
Yes. Cool.
Did you work out how to find? You have to click into the extra step there. You click on
Click
game
on
win
game
one.
one. Yeah, we got
We're
that.
not idiots, Chris.
We got that an hour and a quarter
I
ago.
tell you,
Chris.
that took me.
What's
I
this
didn't
click you
figure
speak
that
of?
out. Click. Tottenham's still threatening.
So, Arsenal BD, as name suggests. Okay, I thought they would go really Arsenal heavy, but he's got Schmeichel in goal, which is, it's not a bad choice.
Yeah.
Azpilicueta, Bellerin, and Cedric as a back three here. Azpilicueta, no surprise there. Bellerin, is he going to start?
We don't know. Monreal and him are battling for the same position. Is that correct?
I don't know.
I think they are, and I'm not sure which is going to be, because Monreal was injured for a lot of last season, which is why Bellerin played, I think, for the second half. Okay. And so that was why I decided I wasn't going for either of them. I did have Koscielny in my team for quite a while, but in the end I couldn't afford to keep him, so I had to sell him.
He's gone for Cedric, who's Eamon's tip to be this year's someone okay.
Yeah. To do reasonably well, and that you won't regret it massively.
So he's got a reasonably strong midfield. He's got Hazard, Sterling, Özil,
and Sinclair, who's just hot off the heels of a hat-trick.
Yeah, but to me that stinks of cheap midfielder purchase.
Well, he is, 5 million?
Yeah.
So he is a cheap midfielder.
Yes.
yeah.
And he's got Wanyama on the bench. He's obviously thinking... Now, that's a strange decision because he's got Pele up front who he's playing. Yeah. So he's confident enough that Pele will score against Newcastle, but not confident enough that Wanyama will do anything as a midfielder against Newcastle.
But if he's the holding midfielder, you probably wouldn't expect a huge amount. And Sinclair playing Bournemouth could be terrible. We don't know.
Yeah.
I think that's fair enough call.
Well, he's also got Rooney as his captain, as most of the smart money has gone this year. And this week. And he's got Benteke up front.
Yeah.
And to me, I've done Benteke up front as well, but I'm not quite sure. I still think. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this game week goes. He could set the world on fire, and he could be absolutely atrocious.
Yeah, we don't know. It's too early, but I think a lot of people have picked him. I've picked him. How many? 42% of people have picked Benteke. It's no surprise. At 8.5 million, he's very good value for one of the top strikers.
Yeah, and he looks like he really is Liverpool's main man. He's not fighting for position with anyone, really.
Definitely not. Like, for at least the next month, Sturridge isn't going to be back.
No.
So, Benteke is going to be the focal point of the attack.
Yeah. And if he does well, he could very well keep Sturridge out of that side for a long time.
I don't think so. I think they'll play the two of them.
You think?
Yeah, I think so. I think. Yeah.
Anyway, Arsenal BD, they've got the benches, Richards, Wanyama, obviously, and Turner. Mm-hmm. Again, I think they're a filler, really.
They're a filler, obviously.
Yeah.
Nobody has like £7 million players sitting on the bench.
Yeah, and he has got the third Arsenal player. He's got Adrian as his sub-keeper this week. So that's not a bad side for our.
That's a very good side.
Adrian,
I like it.
It's Arsenal BD, brought to you by.
If you're listening, specific manager who we're talking about, if your team name is Arsenal BD, send us a message on Twitter and say hello.
It's brought to you by Mazharul Islam Tonmoy.
Excellent.
Best of luck. So
good
next week we'll bring you an insightful look at someone else's team.
That's a great idea.
Here, so we did just miss this.
Always with the ideas. The ideas. Keep them coming. Gimmicks. Yeah. We need zany sounds.
We had a substitution there while you were focused on the screens. Carrick came off for Herrera.
Okay.
So just keeping up to date.
I thought I saw Memphis leave the field as well.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Carrick left for Snenderlund. And then I believe Memphis left for Herrera.
Okay.
Schwarzenegger.
Chris's pronunciations are always a joy to behold, I think. So we can look forward to more of them. It'd be better for us not to tell him how it's actually pronounced, and then we can just take a guess as to who he's talking about. One of the frustrating things about my new job is that there's no Gmail, but I did find out that I do have access to the fancy football website, so I'll be spending my lunch breaks focusing on that.
It won't take them long to block that once they find this podcast on the internet.
Well, I haven't mentioned it.
Harry Kane ate a bit of grass there.
Right.
Looked like he enjoyed a mouthful.
He's into grazing mode now.
Just decided it would be good to have a little graze.
You've heard it here first, people. Harry Kane, grass eater.
Mm-hmm. So Depay has gone off for Herrera as
that's not
Perky we've a live studio audience who respond inappropriately.
Is there any girl who finds this funny? Yes.
Yes, they're not canned laughter. That's genuine emotion. So we have a series of cuckoo clocks. So Damien is going to be in charge of our zany sounds. That particular sound started with the name Zany. So Bentaleb has gone off for Mason, and Dembele has gone off for Lamela. And Chadley, I believe, is still in his warm-up phase. 7-goal Chadley, as he likes to be known. When people ask him why is he called 7-goal Chadley, he says, I thought one day I was going to get 7 goals.
The common trope of putting in sequel numbers and numbers in general into movie titles, he's going to replace the D with a 7 in his name from now on. So he'll be Chas 7ly.
Chas 7ly, that'll fit in.
It works better in print.
When you try and say it makes no sense.
No.
You could replace the D with a 0.
Yeah, well, it's like if anyone's going to watch the new Fantastic
Four. Manchester United.
Was that Rooney?
That was Wayne Rooney. Brian Rooney.
Brian Rooney.
Brian's Rooney.
Ash Young.
He was going for the, what do they call that? The wind maker.
I think the bicycle kick is the most commonly referred to.
Windmill.
The windmill, yes.
Windmill or bicycle kick?
The windmill. Wayne Rooney after a
To
carry.
be honest, he should have got his legs a bit higher. He could have got that if he tried.
I would have.
Yeah, I would have scored the bicycle kick even with my ruptured Achilles. Yourself,
God.
Wayne Rooney.
David bagging on about his Achilles.
Well.
Oh, let's hear how he injured himself. Oh, yeah, he got out of bed.
Yeah, that's it. No, I was playing soccer for Liverpool. I was on trial in Liverpool.
I could have been a star, people.
Yeah, I was playing up front with Benteke, and I took the ball off him. And I tried to do the dance style, like turn, the little drag back and spin.
Yeah, there's a name for that, isn't there? Rabona?
No, the Rabona is a kick.
It's called the Achilles breaker.
Is it Panenka?
It might be. I don't know. That was what I was trying to do.
Chris Brown, what would you call that? The twirly wazoo.
I call it the Achilles heel. See, look at that. He just didn't jump high enough.
Do you know what a rutabaga is?
It's an American name for a vegetable.
A root baker.
It's very close, very close. Yeah, it is a root vegetable. Well, in fairness, it could be beetroot, but
it's an American term for a vegetable. A root vegetable.
A swede, I think, is what we figured it was.
Hey, look where you are. It's a turnip.
It's a turnip. God damn it! Can you tell us why does nobody ever eat turnip?
I do.
Apart from you.
I love turnip.
There's an exclusive.
Bit of black pepper, lots of butter.
You're
true to the Turnip Appreciation Podcast.
So this is marginalised vegetable corner of the week. Next week we'll be talking about asparagus.
So that's cake, home and away, marginalised vegetables.
Yeah.
Covering all that intersection of all those people. Where that's where we're really gathering now.
Do we, by any chance, is Barry from Skegness listening?
I hadn't thought about that, yeah.
Because he did send us in a great text last year about goalkeepers and works of fiction. It turned out that his point was moot because he hadn't given David James the sufficient amount of time to write the great novel.
Ashley Young has been
There's a free kick and a card.
It has to be.
Oh,
red card.
Dyer is
Banned
very
forever.
angry.
He's grumpy. Look at that.
I don't know if you remember last year, Dyer started out with 2 clean sheets and a goal in each of his first 2 games. So he had like 29 points after 2 weeks.
I do agree with Chris that Dyer, on receiving that yellow card, did look a bit grumpy.
He was very angry.
I think that's why I would call him very emotional there at this point in time.
Tired and emotional, maybe.
Yeah. Look, he's still taking deep breaths, hanging his head.
He looks a bit. I thought he was John Arisa first.
Yeah, he has a little bit of that kind of Northern European.
He won't be happy if he's given away a goal too. He might have conceded the goal here.
Do you remember the own goal that John Arisa scored for Liverpool? I think it was against Fulham. It was just a beautiful own goal. Yeah. We need to talk a bit louder, do we?
Well, you can't talk. You can't turn your head and talk like that, like.
Oh.
Stupid microphone. Be better, goddammit.
If you want to hear properly, come here.
Yeah. Everyone from the internet, come to Chris's house and listen live, and we won't have to
broadcast. Here's the address, folks. I'll put it on the website.
Rooney grimaced there. He wasn't happy with the strike there.
No, he was not happy.
Yeah. There's 15 minutes left in what has to
be He's been taken off. He's too emotional.
Dyer is off.
He's been sent into the sheds.
Can't take the risk. Can't take the risk.
They must be putting on somebody attacking, surely. Ali? Does anyone know anything about Ali? He's Spanish and he appeared in The Wire as a regular comment. Everyone say
Okay, that's the Wire corner of
the Wire. Yeah, I don't think it was my best corner. I might.
No, our podcast has several corners, people.
It's got more
an octagon, really.
This is dangerous.
With a lot of corners. What is a lot of corners? Apart from our podcast. An octagon's pretty good. Yeah. Are they really corners though, or are they just kind of angles?
Well, what's a corner?
I'd say right.
You're a right angle, then you the mouse you can have this form.
Well, not necessarily. You could have like a square, like the cross on the.
Well, if you're talking interior and exterior corners,
yeah.
Okay. Well, then infinite.
We don't have that many corners. We don't have enough time.
We have more than 0, but less than infinite.
Yes, so we're in that range. Excellent. That's our corner of the week. More on that next week.
Obviously, everyone on our social media has seen the video that we created about how to create a team. And whilst we were doing that, you actually created a team there for the people, the Fairy Tale.
The Fairy Tale League, yeah. A team for the people.
Yeah. Do you want to tell us a
by
little bit?
Eamon, controlled by Eamon,
Yeah.
Decisions made by Eamon.
Exclusively, yeah. I've even cut Chris out of the management duties.
Publicly ridiculed. So you want to tell us about the strategy behind this team?
That's a good idea. If you can just talk about something else for a minute while I drag it up.
I was also impressed, actually. You took over the Twitter account there the other week, and
It was a hostile takeover.
Yeah, I've engaged in a couple of hostile takeovers.
We changed our strategy. Those that have been following us will have noticed the change in pace there. We upped it. Eamon got involved in the contributing to people's team review. I don't know what.
I was given advice on people who were looking for advice on Twitter.
It happens quite regularly there, and you've joined us into that foray.
Mm-hmm.
So,
absolutely.
And I was impressed with your dedication to that. I have no skills, so I obviously could not contribute.
Mm.
Yeah, whenever you just think back to that old idiom of those who can't teach.
Absolutely, yeah.
And those who can't teach comment on other people's work.
Yeah, those who can teach and do. Those who can only teach.
Except those who can't teach.
Yeah, and they teach PE, I think. Apologies to PE teachers.
Apology withdrawn.
Yeah, thanks, Damien. Yeah, I'm not sorry.
We apologise to nobody.
Yeah.
There's old Safe Hands Romero again.
Although, given that we are podcasting on a sports show, it is possible there is a... come on, you stupid website.
10 minutes remaining.
Hold on, this stupid website is the basis of everything we're doing right now.
I know, yeah.
Without
But it's
this
slow. Just because 2.8 million people are opening multiple tabs and clicking refresh over and over again, I want it instant. You should have the same kind of service.
I've got
on
your
Facebook
team. I've
have.
got your team here if you want.
Yeah. I also have it here on. It's going so. I can tell you that Hazard was captain. Ivanovic was my centre defence. So what I did here was I started by picking my bench.
Here's your team.
Okay. I started by picking my bench. My three cheapies, Wanyama, Baker and Morgan. I then filled out my defence. So again, based on my article, my strategy was to put the money in defence and build forward from there. So I went Koscielny and Ivanovic and Font. Three very good defenders. I'm expecting a lot of points from them. I've picked two decent keepers in Schmeichel and Pantilimon, and I'm going to rotate them as required. I then went up to my strikers, got myself a Rooney, a Benteke and a Kane.
Strong front line.
Yeah, I threw in a Hazard as captain, and then I had to see who could I afford. And I had to go for three relatively cheap midfielders, so I've gone for Key, Bolasie and Henderson.
And which order did you pick these in? Did you start with the forwards?
Bench, defence, strikers, midfield.
Yeah, that was it. Bench, defence, goalkeepers, Hazard, strikers, rest of midfield. That was the order in which I picked it. So I don't love my midfield because it's cheap and the crap.
Yeah, I don't love it either.
You mean our midfield?
Our midfield, yeah. Our midfield.
Well, what about Kane? I still don't know about Kane. He's had like a really good season, but it's only been a season.
I know, yeah. But like it's only half a season.
Well, yeah.
It was like December last year. I hadn't heard of him before December because.
Well, I've been watching him through the youth ranks.
Obviously.
Yeah. Well, in between watching Firmino and Romero playing for.
I hate to pull you up on the details now, lad, but he's actually played 2 seasons now.
Well, no. He hasn't played.
He's played in 2 seasons.
He's played in 2 seasons. This is like the Mickey Rooney was the top box office draw in 2 decades because his film in 3940 was top of the box office Christmas, New Year. You know, you can't make arguments like that, Chris.
He's playing. He's playing now. He's about to score his opening goal for the season too. I've got a feeling about that.
I hope he does.
I have to know, but I am more excited given that there is only 8 minutes left. The 7 goals from Chadley. Really, there's not even going to be too much time to celebrate these goals.
Yeah.
Do you know what I think we need? We need a montage. That's what we need.
Yeah.
If we could just cut to the montage now in BT Sport and just have Chadley's 7 goals, probably with music maybe from Rocky, maybe from the Karate Kid, or potentially my favourite montage music, which is even Rocky had a montage from Team America. Possibly the best montage song to go with a great montage.
I did read during the week that 1/3 of Rocky 4
was montage.
Is montage.
Yeah. I think it's always
Oh, Chris, in astonishment, could not believe that Rocky 4 is so much montage.
It was almost all montage.
Drops his glass.
Yeah, in shock.
In an attempt to smash it in disbelief.
And I think that's the way our show is going to go from now on. It's going to be mostly montage.
Spurs must score.
Come on, Spurs!
What a defensive tackle in the box by Christopher Smalling.
Christopher Smalling. Boo.
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 Man United were making progress until they stopped.
Yeah. They're happy to settle for 1-0. They're going for an Italian approach, I think.
It does look like it. They've taken off one of their attackers, brought on a midfielder. It's Rooney on his front up own.
On his front up own.
Yeah, on his own up front.
So both teams have made 3 substitutions. Darmian has got a clean sheet locked in for Alan Gibson. Alan Gibson's going to be a very happy man right now. He's got Rooney is he's only vice captain.
He didn't have. What a great save by Romero!
He didn't have the emotional commitment to Manchester United to make him captain.
Weak. That's what he is.
Weak. Yeah. If you're listening, Alan Gibson.
Yeah.
I assume you won't call in until Man United have
defend yourself on it.
Have won 1-0. Tottenham are starting to get a couple of chances. They're putting a little bit of pressure on, and I could see Manchester United holding on. Unfortunately,
your Russian overlords won't stand for this weakness, Alan.
No. Chris, any thoughts?
I think both teams have performed quite well today. It's off to a good start for the season for both of them, isn't it?
No, that's ludicrous.
No, it's not a good start for the season for one of these teams, the winner.
Yeah.
Well, no. I mean, in terms of there's been no injuries. They've both been playing dangerous football. This guy's getting a massage.
Literally as he speaks.
Yeah.
Mata down
What
with
is this? Valencia
that
attempted to crunch Mata's legs into his groin.
That looks like a career-threatening cramp.
There's obviously good camaraderie. He's helping out when he needs a bit of stretch.
It looks to me like Darmian is going to get the 3 bonus points as well. Alan Gibson, you should be very, very happy. Barring a late goal.
How is he going to... Hold on, I need to refresh, don't I?
Unless the magic special points push you...
Special.
Yes, Smalling is on 33, Darmian's on 33, and...
Well, it was a fantastic defensive
Shaw's on 29. So
effort from Smalling there, wasn't it? Really?
It was a good tackle. Darmian's got the bonus points locked in. I think he's pretty much close to a certainty.
How are you seeing this?
With my eyes, Damien, open the eyes.
I've got an old website.
What are you using, Bing or something?
I'm using Microsoft Edge.
Edge?
Oh, I see.
That's the edge.
Edge smedge.
The edge of...
On the edge of humanity.
So for those who don't know what Edge is it a guitarist from U2 or is it something technological?
It's the new browser for Windows 10.
Okay. As opposed to the Explorer, the beautiful Explorer, is that no more?
That's gone, yeah.
Internet Explorer is gone.
Well, it's still there, but
they're
not doing anything to it anymore.
There'll be a lot of people crying, I think, when they realise that.
Well, I imagine the Internet Explorer development team, probably.
They're written off.
Yeah, I'm not getting these bonus points.
What? Look, minutes played, 53. Refresh.
I have refreshed it several times.
Well, maybe you should use a browser that works.
His internet is broken.
No.
There's only some of it is coming to me.
I've taken the lion's share of the internet, and in a hostile takeover.
My internet is like 20 minutes old.
Half an hour old.
Yeah, more so.
Even older than. So Darmian is pretty much locked in for 9 points. That's disgraceful. Alan Gibson could be top again after we've gone. That'd be terrible.
We haven't talked at all about the hat, which went to the person with the most points in each game week, and we've got a logistical problem now.
I was thinking about
we do have a serious logistical problem
because this hat was quite easy to hand around our
when there was 10 of us working in the same
dedicated
building.
members.
Yeah.
And now there's 87 people scattered across the globe. We're going to have to work out some sort of...
I think the only solution to this is that if you are within walking distance of the existing hat holder, you can't collect the hat for that week. Otherwise, if you wish to be pictured with the hat, send in a picture of yourself. We'll Photoshop the hat onto you and publish that.
Or what you could do, the 87 members, if you could each buy a hat. And then
but only wear it.
You're only allowed to wear it the week you're winning. And you could take a picture of yourself, send it to us, and we'll put it on our website. You can't say fairer than that. You go to the expense of buying the hat.
But there are going to have to be regulations around it.
Wow!
Well, really
Romero with another crucial save.
You know I'm a fan of the nanny state and government interference, and I'm all for monitoring people.
Aren't we all?
I'm all for the monitoring of when people are wearing the hat and when they're not, 24/7. But at the same time, I think what we can say is, look, the week you're winning, we'll put up your picture. You can wear the hat the rest of the time if you want, but your picture won't go on the website.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
That's fair neugh, yeah. And obviously you can watch
the
stream.
Chris Smalling on goal.
You can watch
that
the stream of each of the
points.
managers that we have.
That would have been a Kane assist too, wouldn't it?
Although I am looking for, I don't even mind that Alan Gibson's going to be manager of the week this week, if he is. Because it needs to be withdrawn from Neil McCluskey. He's been lording it over everyone all summer long. Of course, he was captain of the week in the final week of the season.
Alright, I stopped caring.
So he thinks he's the bomb.
Yeah. He's strutting about, shirt buttoned down, 2 buttons to show the.
Well, no, he's not crazy.
No. Mid-gold medallion.
I guess the ideal situation would be we could get the makers of the hat to sponsor the show and send us 87 hats.
That'd be great.
Do you really think that child in Bangladesh is really going to be able to send us 87 hats?
I don't know. Did we get confirmation as to whether Kim Kardashian joined the league?
Well, of course. Didn't you see the photo on Twitter? She had her hat. She ordered it early.
I think you need to pop. You can see that on the fairytalefootball.net website.
Yeah, I think that picture is still floating around.
Kim Kardashian.
There's a lot of emotional bumpy going on now.
Or tackles, as we call them here.
These aren't tackles. These are
little nudges.
The emotional bumpy count is quite high. Again, Mata seemed to graze the air in front of a Tottenham player, and the compression wave seemed to.
The yellow card won't hurt those that have gone the Mata option today.
What's the matter with you, huh?
Yeah, I haven't gone for Mata. A few people have gone for Mata.
The late Harry Kane goal.
I think a lot of people are going for Mata because I saw on a few fantasy kind of tipping websites, they were saying that Mata was kind of the forgotten man, that people don't really notice him, and it could be what sets you apart from another fantasy team because he's generally getting assists and doing quite well, but it's ludicrous to think that people haven't thought of Mata.
Yeah, who's this Mata that you're talking about?
Well, let's hope they didn't think of him too hard because he's just got a yellow card.
Yeah, my better half has one Mata and Ericsson in her team, unfortunately, so neither of them are doing business today. Actually,
I must try. I think for next week we'll try and for the next episode we'll try and put out the novelty teams that people make.
Okay.
I did see on Twitter where a guy was trying to make the most expensive jersey printed teams.
Okay.
So they had really long names. And then conversely, he picked a name with players who were very short names. Max four letters.
Okay.
He would have had.
Bringing it up right now is probably stupid because I don't have those details to hand. But for the next episode,
we could put them on the website.
We'll gather some details on some of the novelty teams and how they're doing, like the best looking players.
I did see someone on Twitter trying to make a team that would score the worst overall.
Well, that's pretty easy. You just pick players who never
played. Yeah. The problem with that is
I think it must be harder. It must be harder than.
I imagine the caveat to that would be that they have to play.
Yeah, they have to play like 60 minutes. Yeah. There was some sort of caveats, but it was pointless. It was pointless. Whoever we are, do something better with your time.
To be pointless.
But what happens if they don't play? Then why do they give you some points to say sorry you didn't fulfill the criteria?
Like obviously, if you'd either pick a team that gets no points and also make loads of transfers to get negative points. Or just don't bother, pick a decent team.
Well, it would be very easy to always be on 0 points.
Yeah.
Or just making all transfers.
Yeah. Ensure that all your players are both injured and wouldn't play if they weren't injured. Or have a series of people who've been loaned out to foreign clubs.
Do they appear on the list of selectable players?
You can get them into your team.
Before they're loaned out?
Yeah. I don't know if they disappear.
That requires...
Come on, Tottenham. Come on. Yeah, the problem with this is it requires effort and there's no possible upside to this whatsoever.
Well, unless you're in a mini league and it's been run as a reverse league.
Yeah, but who did that?
But everyone's going to be 0.
Yeah. No, you'd be minus because you just make 1 million transfers every week.
That's a pretty useless finish there on that last cross.
I don't know. What do you?
There's a lot of finger waving going on there.
I think Romero for Man United in goal. He's not done too badly, and he has been tested.
Here comes Rooney with the last minute
tests. I wouldn't have called them like leaving certain examples. There.
Rooney takes the ball to the corner, wins a sideline cut.
Yeah.
You
this
can
is how
see.
they want to finish it off.
Or a throwy kick, as Chris would call it.
A spinning one. Spinning top.
A spinning top throwy kick.
Look, he's lost interest now.
Yeah, Ashley Young. Where's the urgency here?
25 seconds to go. They know they've won. They don't care anymore. They should always care. And he's just going to roll into the corner.
Yeah.
Sit on the ball, Rooney.
Chadley is really pushing it to the last here to get his 7 goals.
This is deja vu. This is exactly what happened 10 seconds ago.
Mark,
Rooney hugging the flag.
Chadley has 5 seconds to get 7 goals.
Mark, are you going to call in and have a little chat?
And that includes restarting the game 6 times.
Yeah.
That's it, really. It's going to be blown up after this kick out.
Yeah. Let's see now how the bonus points, the especial points are going.
My bonus especial. And that's it, all over. Man United start the league, top of the league.
Comfortably top of the league. 3 points clear of
3 points clear.
And with a massively superior goal difference.
Is this telling for the remainder of the league, do you think?
I think so, yeah. It means that they definitely won't lose every game. I'm pretty...
That's correct. With Spurs, on the other hand, are potentially on for losing every game this season.
Yeah. They have a positive losing record. Okay, we can officially reveal... the ESP magic points haven't been added in, but as things stand, Smalling is going to get 3 bonus points.
Who has Smalling?
Darmian is going to get 2.
Alan Gibson.
And Romero is going to get 2.
Well,
so
why would you
Romero is
check
going to
Spurs?
get... No. Why would you check Spurs?
Because Dembele had a lot of points.
But that was before the clean sheets were
yes. Alright, we're not
No.
No, you wait till special points get added on and Chadley gets 150.
How long do we have left on the air?
So look, it's not very long there, lads, but I don't think we have anything major else we need to cover off.
Yeah, I was thinking filling minutes is not really the way.
Should we not? No. Can we give somebody a call before we go off the air? No. I want to talk to Mark and tell him he's an idiot.
Well, I'll try him for you, but I don't know whether he'll want to talk to you.
We should very briefly preview the teams playing at 3 o'clock. Let me take a look, see if any of my players are going to play. Where is that sound coming from? That's out on the street, is it?
Yeah. You got water balloons?
We do have water balloons.
We are several stories up above a busy shopping thoroughfare.
I can officially announce that Baker is not playing for Aston Villa. He's on the bench, so my £4 million tip hasn't worked out. Admittedly, I am playing him, but
guys, I have a Fairy Tale Football exclusive.
Okay.
That the fantasy football dream team, apart from 2 positions, is made up entirely of Manchester United players. That's the kind of quality they're dealing with this season.
And is that at the end of the game week with all teams having played?
This is what the dream team is. Right now, I'm looking at it, Emma. I'm looking at it. This is what it is. Davies and Alderweireld managed to get on the team, but apart from that, it's all Man United. It doesn't bode well for the rest of the Premier League, really.
No. It's surprising there's no Chelsea players on it. They
no,
must have done really badly this week.
Those idiots who had Hazard as their captain this week. Waste. Oh my God. Yeah. Although I am now looking at Memphis and thinking, is now time to get shot, because he was really a risk for me. Yeah. And there's another guy I could really, well, I did also want to include, but I would require another £7 or £8 million.
Depay was in my team at one point, but eventually I decided to drop him. That I don't like buying in players who are coming in from abroad.
I don't either, but
it's too much to gamble.
Yeah. Perhaps it's time to say bye-bye to Depay, because I'm walking in Memphis away from you.
Why would you
Thank you! Tune in next.
Why would you say that, David?
While you're young.
Why would you say that? Why would anyone say that?
That's what they would say.
They'd be young and blind.
You kept $1 million in the bank.
Yeah.
You didn't spend all your money.
No, well,
this is an exclusive, folks. Before we go off the air, David Foley kept $1 million back.
Because I'm saving up for Aguero.
He's a genius.
That's quite a clever move there, Damien.
No, it's not.
Yeah, well, you'll be up the creek when you need Aguero.
Well, no, it's not that. I actually got the team I wanted, really. Maybe not Defoe up front.
No, definitely.
But the rest of my team was what I wanted.
But you were saying that you were keeping money aside for Aguero.
No, I wasn't. I'm saying that will be used for Aguero, but I bought the team I wanted and just happened to have $1 million left over. Because what I was doing was, I saw I had $1 million left over. I was taking out Defoe, who cost 5.5, and looking right. Who can I afford at 6.5 million?
Did you not read my article there?
There wasn't a whole lot. There wasn't a whole lot I could do with my team.
You could have turned Jagielka into Koscielny.
But I didn't want to.
But Jagielka's got awful fixtures.
Maybe, perhaps.
Now, admittedly, when he scores a goal and gets a clean sheet against Watford, I'll look like an idiot. But I'll put it on the record for now that you should have done that. And you should have...
no, I really want to bring in, possibly do that. But I'll make a decision later on.
You do that. Okay, we've got 3 minutes left to go, so I think it's time to wind it up. We're not going to get any more phone calls, but look, but Mark, you big Egypt, we want you in the studio next time.
Mark, you're a coward.
You're not brave enough. But
I don't know if you...
Richard, call in on Mark's behalf. Yeah. You know him better than anyone except his mother.
Anything left to say, Chris?
No, I've got nothing to say. I can't wait to see how the dust settles on this one. We're off to a good start for the season.
We are off to a good start. It's been a winning start so far, and mostly for Man United and Alan Gibson.
And just a shout out to all our new followers and league members. Thanks for joining.
Thank you very much.
Good luck in the competition. Hope you don't come last this week. Except if you do, you'll win the prize from SPL Assist. If you come second last, you win nothing. That'd be really bad. So
it's fplassist.co.uk. Check them out.
That's good stuff.
I think there's a hyphen in there too somewhere, actually. But
Google it.
Bing FPL Assist. You'll find it.
If you use Bing, it'll say we're not familiar with this.
Thank you, Bing.com.
Have you tried Google? They know more than we do.
Do you want to try Bing? If that doesn't work, try Yahoo search. And if that doesn't work, try Ask Jeeves.
Yes, and if that doesn't work, there's a travelling salesman with encyclopedias who might be able to help you out. So yeah, just start with Bing and work backwards. Okay, that's it for me. Damien Foley, thank you very much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for bringing.
Thank you for the cupcakes.
My buns.
Yes,
the buns.
Damien Foley's buns are officially the best ever. Thank you, Chris, for hosting us. The Opera Lane studio is as good as ever. And thanks for everyone for listening.
That's not really a compliment, Damien. It's as good as ever.
But it's
brilliant. How good was it?
It was brilliant.
It was rubbish. Now it's still rubbish.
No, it's brilliant. It was brilliant. It still is brilliant.
Yes, I agree.
And I think that's it for us. Good luck, folks. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye. Slán go fóill.